everybody, and welcome to day 3 of Poly Yoga's 21-day movement challenge. I'm Jessie, and today's challenge is going to be 12 classical sun salutations. So we probably know different variations of salutations from different classes we've been to. A lot of us may know this one as a lunge salutation, but in any case, they're a very foundational part of a yoga practice. They get the blood flowing, they warm us up, and they really target lots of different parts of the body in a really efficient, dynamic, and I think fun way. So we'll do a really quick warm-up, and we'll move through our first 2 rounds of salutations really slowly so we can really focus on alignment and start to connect to our breath. And then the last 2 rounds, we'll start to pick up the pace with more of a one breath, one movement type flow. So if you haven't already, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position on your mats, and we'll get started. I'm going to be starting first with finding a nice tall spine, still comfortable. So there's not a lot of tension in the shoulders or the face, but sitting nice and tall. And even just for this short practice, let's find a way to arrive at our mat here. So let's maybe just take 3 long, slow, even breaths together through the nostrils. Really allowing the cavity of the body to fully expand as you inhale and to fully empty as you exhale. One more time, inhaling fully and exhaling completely. Starting just with the neck here, so dropping the chin down to the chest and making a couple of slow circles in each direction. Keeping the length in the neck as it reaches back, so we're not compressing the spine. Moving nice and slow. And after about 2 circles or 3, if you're moving a little faster, go ahead and switch directions. And when you're all done with that, bringing the head to an upright position. And a gentle warm-up of the shoulders. So placing the palms, just resting them on the thighs here. We're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back so the shoulder blades touch or reach toward each other. Drop the shoulders down and then roll them forward, bringing the shoulder blades apart. So again, up, back, down, and forward. One more time just like that. And then switching directions. This time it's down and back, up and forward. Maybe one more. And then getting right into our cat-cow. So meeting in tabletop. Our wrists are going to be right below our shoulders, and our knees are right below our hips. Maybe spreading the fingertips nice and wide and flattening the palms to our mats, and then pressing into the thumb and the index finger a little extra, so this alleviates the tension from the wrists a little bit. When we inhale, we drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze, and open up through the heart. When we exhale, we reverse that, so we tuck the tailbone, reach the navel toward the sky, round the spine, and press the mat away. Again, inhaling, we drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, press the mat away, sending the navel to the sky. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So returning to our neutral spine just for a moment, checking back in with our hands, fingers nice and wide, palms flat. We'll tuck the toes, and we're going to send the hips up into a nice bent knee, downward facing dog first. So sometimes we find ourselves kind of hovering over our wrists a little bit. So thinking about pressing into the palms and sending the chest toward the thighs, especially while they're nice and bent like this. Once you feel like you've got that shape, go ahead and maybe straighten one leg and send a heel down toward the ground, leaving the other one nice and bent. And then switching, so bending the other leg, straightening the one that was bent before. Pedaling back and forth like that a couple times, nice and slow.
And then on an inhale together, let's go ahead and come up on the toes, so lifting the heels high, hips high. And as we exhale, sending those heels back toward the ground, even if they don't reach all the way. Taking a breath here, still pressing to the palms, still sending the chest toward the thighs. And then starting to take little baby steps to the front of the mat. We'll meet in a little ragdoll-like forward fold here. So knees nice and bent, head really loose, maybe shake a yes and no a couple times. And so we're letting gravity really decompress the spine, just using the weight of your head. And when you're ready, rolling it up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time.
Taking your time to come to standing. And so as I mentioned, these first 2 rounds will be nice and slow, especially the first one. We're going to really focus on alignment, maybe not even touch on the breath just yet. So starting in with our feet, those are going to be either fists or hips distance apart, really just wherever feels the most stable and the most comfortable. We're going to always have our tailbone just a little bit tucked here so we can engage our core, keep our backs and our bodies protected throughout our practice. And then the shoulders are gently rolled back. We begin with our hands in front of our hearts, prayer shape. Sweeping the arms to the sky. And then we fold forward, hinging at the waist. The spine is nice and straight, maybe bending the knees if you need to. We alternate feet. So for this first round, the left foot reaches back first, finding the back of the mat, dropping down onto the back knee and the top of the back foot for a low lunge. We're going to check in with our front knee here. So our knee is right over our ankle or maybe a little bit behind, but if it's really extending beyond, we can hurt our knees that way. So just taking time to maybe shimmy that back foot back or using your hand to move your foot forward, whatever works best for you. So we're sending that hip flexor, that left hip flexor toward the ground. We're opening through the chest and we're reaching through the crown. When you're ready, you can plant the palms, tuck that back foot, and step to downward facing dog. This next shift is kind of funny. It's like a zigzag shape. So we shift forward a little bit until we can come down onto our knees. Keep the elbows really close as we drop the chest down and the chin down. Gaze is still forward. And then coming onto the tops of the feet as we scoop through. But before we take our first cobra, I'm going to ask that everybody checks in that our tailbone is kind of pointing, reaching down and away, so engaging the pelvis into the mat a little bit to protect us from compressing that lower back as we take our cobra. Our hands are right below our shoulders, elbows are pinned close to the ribs. And then we're going to scoop up into our cobra. Coming back all the way to the ground, tucking the toes, and shifting to downward facing dog. When you're ready, go ahead and sweep that left leg again back to the front. So that sets us up for a low lunge on the other side. Checking in again with that knee that is over our ankle, not really above or reaching too far above. It can be behind is okay. Opening through the chest, reaching through the crown. And then tucking that back toe so that you can shift into a forward fold at the front of the mat. And if it helps to gently bend the knees so we can keep a nice, straight, sturdy spine as we sweep all the way back to the sky. And bring the hands back to the heart. So this next round, we'll pick up the pace just a little bit so we can start to connect to our breath. So exhale meets the hands at the heart. Inhale sweeps into the sky. Exhale folds forward. Inhale, right leg this time to the back of the mat. Low lunge, opening through the chest. Exhale presses us into downward facing dog. And this next one can be a little bit tricky. So at the end of your exhale, you retain the breath. So hold the breath as you shift into the knees, chest, and chin. And then inhale as you scoop into your cobra. Exhale brings you all the way down and then back to downward facing dog in one exhale. Inhale moves the right foot forward, opening through the chest. We're in our low lunge again. And then exhale brings us into our forward fold at the front of our mats. Inhale, straight spine, sweeping the arms all the way to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, so for the last 10 rounds, we'll pick up the pace just a little bit. One breath, one movement, flowing straight through. So exhale, hands in front of our hearts. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left leg to the back of the mat, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding the breath, dropping to the knees, chest and chin, elbows stay close. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. That's one exhale. Inhale, left foot forward, low lunge, chest open. Exhale, forward fold, front of the mat. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep moving. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention brings us to knees, chest, and chin, zigzag shape. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, folding forward at the front of our mat. Inhale, sweep it up, straight spine. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge, lifting the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention, zigzag shape. Inhale, cobra. Exhale all the way down and then to downward facing dog. That's one breath. Inhale, left leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Keep that flow. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, folding, hinging at the waist. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge, open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your breath. Knees, chest, and chin. Elbows close, hips high. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg front of the mat. Low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's pause here for just a moment because we're halfway done. So taking one or two nice, long, slow breaths. And then preparing together on an exhale with the hands at the heart. We'll inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg to the back of the mat, low lunge, reaching through the crown. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, and chin, hips high. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, folding forward at the front of our mats. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep moving. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg to the back of the mat. Low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention, zigzag shape. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. One exhale. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, folding forward at the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Just 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, and chin, elbows close. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, folding forward at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands to sky, straight spine. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge, lifting through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath retention, zigzag shape, hips stay high. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, low lunge, lifting through the crown, opening the chest. Exhale, folding forward at the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, hands to heart. Last 2. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge, open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold the breath, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, scooping through to cobra. Exhale all the way down into downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, folding forward at the front of our mats. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg reaches back, finding that low lunge. Exhale, presses to downward facing dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, and chin, hips high, elbows close. Inhale, scooping through to cobra. Exhale all the way down, downward facing dog. That's 1. Exhale. Inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold, front of the mat. And inhale, sweep it all the way up, really reaching for the sky. Exhaling, hands to heart. And then letting them flow all the way to the sides. Maybe taking just a breath or 2 to pause here. And then that is our 12 sun salutations. So I will not be doing Shavasana with you in this video, but it is definitely encouraged for you to do it at home. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the salutations and followed along okay. And I hope to see you all throughout the rest of this challenge. Thanks for sharing your practice.